focus on? Grows. Feed the horses. Today, we are doing pottery here around 4 a.m. Be quiet. I don't want to wake up my neighbors. But I'm going to be getting into it. I'm going to be, I just got to be working on some stuff. I got to travel today, so doing the thing early in the morning. And then tomorrow really late at night, I'll have to do another video. So traveling is not my thing. But I have to get this done. I only got a couple days left before the year, so I'll be here. Let's get into it. Green off. It's kind of you to say that. It's a early morning sleepy day. But send me some energy, guys. Indeed, I must shrink myself down and review the bots. Apple. Hey guys. We're here today with some new pots, 3 new ones in fact, and we're going to get right into reviewing them. So, we're going to start off with this one. This is one that I just finished. Usually when I talk about these pots, or I want to make them, I like to create a visual difference, especially in pattern and texture, on the tops and the bottoms of the trees, right? Or every once in a while, I like to mimic it, right? Why do I not like to have them mimic each other, right, in the first place? Because if I want the treetop to have the voice of a treetop, the treetop doesn't necessarily look like grass or foliage at the bottom of the tree, right? But I still think every once in a while you have to give it those exceptions so you can see where that sort of little tangent line takes you, right? Think of these as you're making all these paths get presented to you, and you have the opportunity to choose these little paths. If they interest you, then you can choose to follow that path, or you can choose not to. You can choose to take a path over here, right? And so that's kind of the fun thing, is you always give yourself a starting point, right? Think of it as like a choose your own adventure book, right? And you choose all these little adventures, but the book is always the same, right? The text is always the same, right? But that's what I think about that one. Maybe a little bit too theoretical. But we got this one over here. This one, I didn't go as far out on the top. It was a little bit taller and really, really thin walls. So when you have really thin walls, you can only bring it out so much before, you know, it starts to fully collapse. So this one started to fully collapse, but I knew to stop, right? I felt it through the clay that it wasn't going to allow me to work with it anymore. So then what I did is I was like, oh, perfect opportunity for me to use those tendrils as appendages and lean into the gesture of the vessel here, right? And so that's what I'm doing with this one. You can kind of see those 2 tendrils holding up that side. I always, with the tendrils, whenever I see it leaning to that side, I end up using the tendrils on that side as well. So I think it really gives it into that idea of like a human entity, or like some resemblance of human gesture in those pots, right? And then last one, the one on the top, this is the first one we did today. It started collapsing really, really early on, right? So I didn't have a lot of time to create that full trunk of that tree. But what it did allow me was a lot of material on the top that I could really buckle out. And so even though it's really squatty, the contrast is really high in this one. I also give myself a buffer on the bottom, so you can kind of see the little, if you look at the top right corner of the top right corner right now, you can see the little petals on the bottom, but there's a little buffer in between that tree. So again, adding that contrast, right? But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. All the best. Sorry, it's going to be a huge vibe shift and strong mentality.